Yeah. Okay.
Whoop.
What's up, everybody? Paul Newell and
This is Liz.
yay. Oh, Liz, I'm gonna create a banner for you. Hold on.
Cool.
While we're waiting for I don't know who's coming on. I know I'm supposed to put like, hey, I'm going live in X time. I'm gonna personal trainer. What else? What else did you say, Liz? You are
Nutritionist.
a nutritionist.
Boom. Reiki Master.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so I'm putting that ad banner. So for those that are coming in, this is like Liz, Reiki Master, personal trainer, nutritionist. Booyaka! Yo, so listen, if you guys, so I know you're not on social media anymore, right?
Yes.
And like I've been bigging up like all these events that we have, so I put your meditation out there. Like it was it was a self-expression one. I was like, yo, start the day right.
Oh, thanks.
So this is the one right here. And this is my Reiki sister right here, my teammate here, a lifetime. We are doing, this is the third or fourth month we've done these new moon celebrations. Fourth month we've done these new moon celebrations. And one of the things we wanted to, before our next clients, we wanted to come on here and talk to this, one of the things with tomorrow, what we're going to do with the new moon elevation. Liz and I, before, we're talking about projections and owning projections. So I'll give a little context and then we'll dive in. So I was telling Liz, like recently something happened where I was getting praised or honored, and it was tough for me to really receive it. And it was because like I had some thoughts in my head, like I'm not worthy, like I'm an asshole, or like, I feel like if people really knew who I was, they'd be like, yo, this dude doesn't deserve any freaking reward. And the thing that happened was the thoughts that came in my head were actually came through someone else. So to be specific, like the thoughts I was thinking about myself, someone else said them about me. And I recognized that was my projection of myself that actually manifested as someone else said. So the reason why this is important for us, because what we're doing tomorrow night, actually the Friday the 12th, I think it's up here, bingo, is we're helping people to embrace those thoughts and banish them. Get into emotional freedom. And the biggest piece about this is that this is, if we fail to address these projections that are already these as more thoughts, right? More of these thoughts that are already in our head. And I don't know who's on here, but people are loving it. Oh yeah, perfect. Hey, if you're on here, say what up, what up, what up, or however you want to say it. But I think like for us, working on feeling when others praise me. Oh, Ruben, feel you, man. Ruben just kicked it off right there, brother. I'm right there with you. And if people are having problems really accepting praise, listen to what this is about right here, man. Because like this is something that may sabotage what's up. Liz, what are your thoughts on this? Because we started going in when we were talking before about these projections, and I know when we talk about emotional freedom, like what are your thoughts about like these voices in our head that are actually manifesting now?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on it?
So we have two voices in our head. We have our intuition, which is really tied into, divine will and God's voice within us. And then we have our ego, our inner child, the one that has the free will, the one that is really that secondary voice where you have your initial reaction, which I think is more your intuition. And then you have this, it's like my little bitch that's telling me like, what are you thinking? That's not real.
What you doing?
You're a faker. You don't deserve that. Right. Oh, all that good stuff that you're trying to manifest right now, none of that's going to happen. That's my inner voice that's trying to take me down. And in talking about projections earlier, it's like when I give my inner voice, my ego, my inner child, that power, where I allow it to start to manifest, is where when other people are projecting onto me, I feel it. And when I feel what they're saying and it makes me either like angry or frustrated or anxious, I'm like, oh, that's a part of me I haven't healed yet. Thank you for shining your awareness on that. I'm going to bring it to light now. Send it a lot of love to forgive it because it is not mine. Thank you for bringing it to my awareness. On to the next. Yes.
Yeah. This is huge. This is huge. And this is huge because I know that, like, especially as I go for stuff, right? Like, and I get like, and we were talking about, I think it was Phil. No, it was the other video I sent you this morning where that guy was like, "Hey, as I'm getting big on YouTube, I'm getting more people throwing arrows.
Yes.
Leaders take the arrows, and the leader is a person. If you're leading your life outside of what everyone else is telling you, you should is shaming, by the way. Besides everyone telling you what you get to do, what have you, if you're leading your life, you're gonna take arrows." And those people that are throwing arrows are, chances are, like we were talking, that's probably a thought you may have had about yourself, either in the past or now. And why it's important to address it is because, as I mentioned, that's a saboteur. And if it's a thought that you had that's coming up again, chances are you can slip and slide right back into that old shit that you were getting into. That's why healers like Liz and I, these energy specialists, do these activities, because listen, this is real. Like, you know, you probably, if you're watching this and you're following my pages, you know I get into the woo-woo stuff about moons and stuff. And my sis here, Liz, she represents with the planetary alignment. Who you with? So look, so Liz, talk. So I want to. So just so they understand the importance of this, can you give a quick rundown of this fertile soil that's presented to us, aka like the planetary alignments, the new moon? Why is it so important right now for us to address this based on what's aligned?
Yes. So I'll answer that question, but one thing I want to say from what you just said before is, like, when those things come at us where our thoughts created that reality, it's either coming at us for maybe like one of the first times to kind of make us aware, or it's a thought that we already had in the past, or we started to heal from that, where it's kind of like just the universe testing you a little bit, like, hey, like, you can act right now to finish that cycle and to complete that healing. So it's either, you know, it's not bad at all. It's just bringing awareness or giving us that opportunity to really finish that healing. So I like what you were saying on that before. I just wanted to make that one comment because I know we were talking about that before.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were about to go in on it.
Yeah.
We gotta go. Damn.
Yeah. But yes, right now. So the new moon is today. The new moon is in Aquarius, and everyone's been talking about the age of Aquarius right now that we are in. So Aquarius is the sign of freedom. It's an air sign. And it also in Latin is water pourer. So water symbolizes our emotions. So it's like pouring our emotions. So you may feel a lot of intense emotions recently, just kind of like, whoo, I'm feeling waves of this. And it's not making me feel okay. It's uncomfortable.
Yep. And if you're watching this and you're resonating with this, you'd be like, yo, I get it. You can write that in the comments. We know.
Right.
Or you just raise your hand up to yourself. We get it. Sorry, Liz.
You're good. And then it's like there's no way to go around it. You got to just go through it. So you got to go through the uncomfortableness to change and to grow. But we're in such a special time right now because as the new moon is in Aquarius today, it's a time to really set intentions where when it's the darkest outside in the sky, it's also the brightest within us. So we can bring our shadows to light so that we're not looking at the shadow, but we're now looking at the light. So it's a powerful, powerful time to set intentions and heal. And also right now, starting today and also transitioning into tomorrow, we have the planets of Jupiter and Venus coming conjunct, which is they're coming right together, super close to the moon. It's 23 degrees, little Michael Jordan, 23 degrees to the moon.
Nothing
and yes, and they're also in Aquarius too. And them being so close to the moon and also in the same sign, Venus represents our love, our relationships, so our love of self and really how we love ourselves and how we love others and how we allow ourselves to be loved. Anything that kind of goes around the heart. So, you know, whether you felt unloved as a child or you have some of those themes in your ancestors, in past lives, there's a lot of that theme coming to light to really support your healing of that. And then Jupiter is the other planet that is super close to us right now also. And Jupiter is our ambition, our goals, where we see ourselves in the future. So all of those ideas about ourselves were really being supported. Like, yes, You can move forward. Honor them. It's okay. And being in this age of Aquarius, very free flowy, it's like you can't exactly see the future. It's forcing you to really be in the present and just go with the flow, ride the wave. So move on from the past. That's no longer. Right. We can bring it to light, bring it to love, heal it, and just trust where you're going. Just ride that wave.
Yeah. So, man, you know what comes up, right, is like, especially as you're talking about this and all these different alignments. Like, so for some people that are like, I'm still curious as to what this all means. With all these planets coming together in an alignment for a common goal, let's leave it. Let's put it there, right? It's like, if I'm trying to push you with one finger, you may not move, right? That may be one planet. If I got 5, 6, 7 planets trying to push you, now you can move forward. I'm able to push a little bit more. It's giving you a little bit more support. And the biggest thing, one of the things that really resonates with what you said is trust. And the trust means settling in, trusting your path, trusting who you are, because this time over a lot of others, and I've been doing these moon celebrations for a long time, and I think like this time is really this point to trust yourself. It's like more than anything else, because again, these projections are going to come at you. So if you have this thought in your head, like, you know what, I'm one day going to own the Knicks. And some people's like, are you fucking crazy? Like, no, you know what? Follow your dream. Follow your guide. Trust your path, because you know what? No one else knows your path. And chances are, as we started off with, if they're saying that to you, that may be a voice you already have in your head. It's up in your dome already. Your heart is saying, like you said before, the heart is open. If your heart is saying like, yo, I'm going to own the Knicks one day, go. Anyone tells you otherwise, they can go kick rocks. And also the voice in your head that's telling you otherwise, yo, listen, tell it calm down. Rewrite the story. And this is where we talked about that inheritance piece, right? And I talked about this earlier. Stuff that's come down or stuff that's coming up right now, this is inherited stuff. This is inherited beliefs, conditionings that you may have taken on because like, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. I took on like, I got to work twice as much as anybody else to have what they have. Then I got to be humble about that shit. So me winning an award means like, oh, you know what? Don't talk about me. Oh, no, I'm just doing my service. No. Own and honor and celebrate yourself. Okay? Trust your path. Everything that's coming on is aligned. And if you're like, yo, Paul, I really don't know what to do. Liz, what do I do? I know what you do. You freaking reach out to either one of us, right? Liz does Reiki sessions here at Lifetime. I can do Reiki sessions here at Lifetime with you. Liz is the master here, all right?
So are you?
I am. And
Take on that award.
You know what? Thank you. I'm going to take that on too. And I teach yoga here. And listen, we do these events once a month because we value this new moon, because this is a time to set intentions. And this is important to Liz and I. That's why we're a service and we offer this here to you all. So if you're interested and you're like, yo, I'm feeling what they're saying here and I don't know what the hell to do about it. Cool. Contact us. We'll figure out a way for you to be in that class tomorrow or that session tomorrow, Friday, 2/12, 6 to 8. If you're in New Jersey, get your ass in the car, take a trip to Berkeley Heights. We got about, I don't know, like maybe 5, 6 spots left. Come check it out, because listen, this is important. If you're feeling like, oh, this is uncomfortable, yo, welcome all that. Welcome it, welcome it, welcome it. It's all a part of the process. That chrysalis, you're about to turn into a butterfly with these fresh wings. By the way, speaking of fresh, can you please show this mask that you have?
Oh, yes. My client made this for me. Gave it to me today.
This right here, right? What's the expression? Look at that. Isn't that fresh
so
for Valentine's Day?
Love it.
Listen, and this is also about that love. Love. Listen, even if it's with the mask, like, go express yourself. Whatever that means, express and trust your path. Liz, before we wrap up, anything else you want to tell the people, man? Your stage.
Yes.
Look it up.
I am doing a 21-day meditation right now. So if any of you are interested, it's Liz Calabro. So my last name right there, Calabro. Type me in to Google Holistic Healing. So it's Liz Calabro Holistic Healing. You can find me on Spotify, on Apple Music, also on Anchor, and even Google Podcasts too. So
What did they put in? Liz Calabro.
Holistic Healing. So right now I'm on day 11 and super powerful. So I did a self-expression one yesterday.
That was good.
And I loved it. I'm learning as I'm going too. It's like, they always say you learn the best when you teach. So it's really resonating with me too. And it's like that inner voice. Can you actually take your thoughts and verbalize them and listen to how horrible they are? Like, are they true? Are they necessary to tell yourself? Are they kind to tell yourself? And that's where you can say, okay, little girl, take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. So, yes, if you are in need of a little support, please check me out. Right now, today's was on trust, so kind of goes along with what we just talked about. But I'm doing 21 straight days, and I have other meditations in there. So please look through it, see what speaks to you.
This has me a question, right? So, like, for people that are watching this, they're like, yo, I want to get in on this. They can start from day one.
For sure.
Yeah. So when you go, for example, when they type in Liz Calabro on Spotify, they could get you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I use mine on Spotify. So if you go on Spotify, you type in Liz Calabro, you're going to have the list of all the meditations. And as she said, she has stuff from even before the 21 day. My recommendation, you hit up your Spotify, you go to the day one and then continue 21 days. If there's one that resonates with you, yo, kick on that piece, man. She got the tools. What? And you listen, you all already know I'm on Spotify, Anchor, Men Talk About, Booyaka, men's conversations, real authentic things. And we're here at Lifetime, man. We're here at service. So come check us out. Who you with? Bless up. We got 60 day coming up.
Yes.
Ooh, child. We got virtual coming that's here right now. Ooh, child. Lord God. Things are good. Blessings to you all. Thanks for watching. And listen, remember, trust yourself. Trust your path. Trust yourself. And listen, be aware of those thoughts, because that's the stuff. If you fail to recognize it now, it's going to come back and bite you in your freaking ass. So handle it now. And you got support, because you're never alone. We're here with you among many others. So bless up. I'm going to put this here right here before we wrap up. You know the drill. This is Paul, your boy. Appreciate you all. Blessings to the new moon. Blessings to our ancestors and all the spirit guides and archangels that bring to this moment. Blessings to Liz for joining me on this platform. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you.
Bless
up. Who you with?
Woo!
Yeah. All right, everybody. We are out. Peace.